Tamang tunay na serbisyo publiko na nakaka-touch ng puso.
Magandang araw sa inyong lahat, sa ating tagapakinig dito sa DWBL 1242 kHz, ang radyo ng serbisyo publiko. At sa mga nakantabay sa ating sa Facebook at sa YouTube. Ngayon ay May 27, 2026, huling Miyerkules sa buwan ito ng Mayo. Ako pa rin si Dr. Hilda Ong, ang iyong agarang serbisyo lady. Kasama po ninyo dito sa programang Health and Travel at Serbisyo Publiko na nagbibigay ng tamang impormasyon at tamang serbisyo, nagkakalon ng pabilisang serbisyo para sa bawat Pilipino. Sa programang ito, tatalakayin natin ang mga usaping pangkalusugan, mga serbisyong panlipunan, mga programang makakatulong sa inyo at sa inyong pamilya at sasagutin natin ang inyong mga katanungan ng malinaw, tapat at may malasakit. Dahil naniniwala tayo na ang tamang impormasyon at maagap na aksyon ay susi sa mas maayos na pamumuhay. Kaya manatili po kayong nakatutok at makinahok dahil dito sa programang Health and Travel at Serbisyo Publiko kasama yung agarang serbisyo lady. Ang serbisyo hindi lamang sinasabi, ito po ay agarang ginagawa. PhilHealth, IBP, magtutulungan para ipaglaban ang karapatan ng mga miyembro. Nagkasundo ang Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, PhilHealth, at ang Integrated Bar of the Philippines o IBP para magbigay ng libreng serbisyong legal sa mga kwalipikadong miyembro ng PhilHealth, lalo na sa mga mahihirap at kabilang sa vulnerable na sektor na may suliranin kaugnay ng kanilang healthcare benefits at insurance claims. Nilagdaan ng PhilHealth at IBP ang 2 taon Memorandum of Agreement o MOA na naglalayon palakasin ang proteksyon sa karapatan ng mga miyembro alinsunod sa Universal Healthcare o mas kilala natin bilang UFC program ng pamahalaan. Sa pamamagitan ng kasunduan, mas mapapalapit sa publiko ang legal assistance upang matulungan ang mga miyembro na hirapang maghabol ng benepisyo o nakakaranas ng kalituhan sa proseso ng claims at coverage. Panoorin po natin ang MOA signing na ginanap po doon sa IBP kung saan nandun po yung agarang serbisyo lady na nag-witness po namin yung nilagdaan ng PhilHealth ng IBP itong MOA.
National Director for Chapter Affairs, and I will be your MC for this short but impactful ceremony. And let me start by acknowledging our guests. Start with the PhilHealth, led by, of course, their President and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Edwin M. Mercado. Attorney Lai Dino D. Santos, Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer. Chairman of the 27th Board of Governors, Attorney Alan J. Panolo. With him is our Governor for Greater Manila Region, Marilena Go Francisco. A round of applause for the IBP National Director for Legal Aid, Vitero MD, for his welcome remarks.
On the way here that I'll be doing the opening remarks, there's one thing that immediately came to my mind, and that's the name of Senator Edgardo Angara. For some reason, I mean, it was an instantaneous recognition because he is the principal author and is considered the father of the National Health Insurance Act, and on the part of the IBP, he was also the person or the lawyer largely responsible for what we are for the space that we're using now, So when he was during his term as president of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines from 1979 to 1981, he actually negotiated with the Ortigas land, no, and go for the donation of this property, and he raised the funds for that would be used to construct, to erect this building also. And he also established and lobbied Congress for an allocation of 5 million pesos at that time for the legal aid program of the IDP. But that's not where the congruence ends, no? Definitely with the passage of the Universal Health Act, we find certain areas of intersection where our missions join, no? Especially with the implementation of the unified, no? All begins with the universal health care, and on our part, the Supreme Court implemented the universal legal aid service, no? And when we look at the definition of what an indirect contributor, what constitutes an indirect contributor, no? That would be yung mga PWDs, senior citizens, the indigent individuals, and the beneficiaries of the Poor Peace Program government. They are exactly the same, what we call under the ULAS as the qualified beneficiaries also, no? So they are the ones who, without, of course, with due regard to the means and merit test, no? But these are sectors that are already identified under the Unified Legal Aid Service as qualified beneficiaries, no? PWDs, senior citizens, well, women also, no? So definitely this is this MOA is long overdue. Actually, we should have done this a long time ago, considering the congruence in our missions, you know. And on our part, although he's not here, I'd like to also acknowledge the efforts of the NCLA Deputy Director Domingo S. Vela II for his role, no, in facilitating the drafting of what would turn out to be the memorandum of agreement that PhilHealth and the IDP will sign today. So I will no longer take much of your time, and I'm like you, I also cannot wait to hear the keynote speeches of our the main signatories of this MOA. So on behalf of the IDP, I'd like to welcome you to this JPL Hall, and I'm looking forward, as the National Director of the National Center for Legal Aid, I'm looking forward to working with our counterparts in the realization of our congruent missions. Thank you very much, and good morning.
Proceed with the program. Our next speaker is a distinguished leader in the legal profession whose career has been marked by public service, integrity, and dedication both inside and outside the bar. He currently serves as the National President of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines and is actually the first Muslim to hold the position. An important milestone that reflects the organization's ongoing commitment to inclusivity and meaningful representation within the legal profession. It actually bears noting that before assuming the leadership of the IDP, he also rendered valuable service in no less than the PhilHealth, marking today's occasion especially meaningful as it brings together the two institutions that have both been part of his professional journey in public service. Ladies and gentlemen, to welcome us and provide an inspirational keynote message, let us welcome the National President of the IDP, Attorney Alan G. Panolo.
Before we go over with our MOA signing, today's activity, we are here to witness for an important milestone, the signing of a memorandum of agreement between PhilHealth, or Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, an institution that is very close to my heart, and the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, to provide legal assistance for indigent clients, capacity building, knowledge sharing, and among others. But let me say this clearly. We are not just here to sign an agreement or a document. We are here to reaffirm a shared national commitment that access to health and access to justice must go together. When a person is sick, they are already burdened by pain, fear, and financial strain. When they are also denied their rightful claims or confronted with complex processes, what should have been protection becomes hardship. And that is the reality. And that is where the law must step in through timely guidance, rightful remedies, and respectful advocacy. As National President of the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, I speak today with deep conviction. We come to this partnership grounded in lived experience and professional responsibility. As a lawyer, I have seen how the law can either uplift or abandon, depending on whether the legal system reaches the people who need it most. And in my experience serving in leadership roles at PhilHealth, particularly as operations head of PhilHealth Region 10, I witnessed the true meaning of public service. I learned that integrity is not a word, it is a practice. Passion is not emotion, it is perseverance. And public service is not a performance. It is a service that is consistent, fair, and accountable. In that role, I saw the realities faced by the marginalized clients. Many did not only seek medical assistance, they sought clarity, respect, and a system that would listen. I learned that when institutions uphold fairness and transparency, trust grows. But when clients feel left behind, justice must be made reachable. Today, the IBP is proud to answer that call. The Integrated Bar of the Philippines has long been committed to nation building through law. Our mission is not limited to professional development. We exist to serve the public interest, especially in protecting the rights of those who often have the least power in our society. We are a defender of the rights of the oppressed and a vanguard of justice. In times like this, when public confidence is tested, when controversies surround institutions, when misinformation and distrust spread, and when some people feel that system is too complex or too distant, lawyers must be steadfast. We must champion truth. We must uphold due process. We must protect the rule of law. Because the rule of law is not a theory or a concept. It is concrete in the lives of ordinary Filipinos, like marginalized families trying to secure health care and relief through proper channels. Why this MOA matters? This MOA is a direct response to a common gap. PhilHealth protects the health rights of millions. But when indigent clients face disputes, denials, or procedural confusion, they may need competent legal assistance to assert their rights. Through this partnership, the IBP will help ensure that indigent PhilHealth clients can access the law through legal assistance, capacity building, knowledge sharing, and other forms of support. We also recognize that legal service must be paired with empowerment. knowledge reduces fear. Guidance prevents unnecessary failures. Capacity building strengthens both clients and institutions by clarifying rights, processes, and remedies. So this MOA is not only about handling cases, it is also about preventing injustice by making rights understandable and actionable. Let this agreement become a living, functioning mechanism of service. We commit to responsive legal assistance for eligible clients, structured knowledge sharing activities that clarify processes and options, and collaborate both PhilHealth's mandate and the IBP's duty to the public. And we ask our stakeholders, let us measure success by outcomes that matter to people. Not only how many trainings or how many cases, but whether an indigent client felt helped, respected, heard, whether access to justice became real, and whether rights were properly defended. To my beloved PhilHealth family, thank you for recognizing that access to healthcare is strengthened when access to justice is also present. My beloved IBP family, this is an invitation to live our mandate with seriousness and compassion. When we help indigent clients, we do what the law was meant to do, to ensure that justice does not become a privilege of those who can afford private counsel only. With that, I welcome everyone to this signing and thank you for your presence and partnership. Maraming salamat.
Leader in public health and administration, whose work continues to advance accessible and responsive healthcare for Filipinos nationwide. He currently serves as President and Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, proactively developing equitable, efficient, and sustainable health systems, and leading the institution in its mission to provide quality and meaningful health insurance services to the Filipino people. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the keynote inspirational message for PhilHealth, please welcome Dr. Edwin M. Mercado.
Which parallels our Universal Healthcare Act. So that provides access or assurance of access to the underprivileged. But access and coverage in terms of healthcare does not automatically come to service, because the problem in the healthcare system is providers, the supply side of the whole equation. Buti pa ho IDP nagbibigay ng free legal assistance. Sa mga doktor ho, mukhang hindi ho kaya pwede magbigay ng free medical assistance na ganun lang. Kasi given all the hardship that they went through, and also the overhead that they have to cover. So our directive really is to engage more providers, both hospitals and doctors, to ensure that the patients have access, and equitable access at that, and that is where we're headed towards too. In healthcare, there are inherent what we call healthcare failures. Kasi po, nandito sa healthcare, merong supply-reduced demand, merong asymmetry of information, merong yung agency factor with doctors, minsan po naka-cloud ng mga decisions on overuse. So those are things that we want our members to be protected from. And I'm not saying naman that it is done in most cases by design, but more because maybe it's the ignorance of what should be and the standards of care that should be implemented. So as a corollary to all these things that we're doing, in 2025, the PhilHealth paid out more than 300 billion in health benefit claims. This is almost a 207% increase from 2022, 2023, and about an 82% increase from previous year of 2024. So in a matter of 2 years, almost nag-double or nag-triple yung aming payables or aming payment of healthcare claims. We now cover close to 106.24 million Filipinos under the National Health Insurance Program. But as said, coverage does not automatically equate to full protection, because even if we cover the people, but there's no provisions or there's no provider for like an open heart surgery in a certain region, then that's still not providing access to life-saving procedures. Our work now is to make sure that our progress with universal healthcare is fully felt, ensuring that every Filipino understands the right and knows where to turn to when they need support. Reaching members in both the formal and informal communities or economies, in every community that we serve and across every corner of the archipelago, with that kind of guidance is the next frontier. As direct contributors to the National Health Insurance Programs, the nearly 79,000 lawyer members of the IDP are part of this system. So we will also coordinate with the leadership of the IDP to encourage naman our lawyers to also continue paying their premium, because this is a whole society approach and everybody should really contribute to make the health insurance system viable. Your engagement in this partnership as contributors, advocates, and legal professionals with a wide reach directly strengthens what we can offer to the Filipinos together. Advocating member rights, developing health policies, strengthening dispute resolution mechanisms, and extending legal aid for members on matters involving their healthcare benefits and claims. Although our current board and even our chair, which is the Secretary of Health, Dr. Ted Barbosa's focus is humanistic approach on airing, or what you may call providers that may be not following our service level agreement. So we are already incorporating mediation in our system before it even goes into full legal case. And with that, we also involve the PMA, the Philippine Medical Association, the different specialties like the Philippine College of Surgeons, the Philippine Obstetrics and Gynecologic Society. Soon we will sign with also the Pediatric Society and the Internal Medicine Society. So it's more a really collective effort from all the stakeholders of the healthcare system to get involved and to make sure that the underprivileged are given access to quality healthcare. This partnership supports the capacity building work that we have begun with PhilHealth. So as Attorney Panolong said, not in the news is good news, because previously we're always highlighted in the news. But right now po, ang aming nakikita sa news are more positive. We're being used as a way to also show the programs that the government is doing. The IDP's Continuing Legal Education Program gives our legal team access to the broader legal community's expertise, keeping us current on developments in health law and policy. This MOA likewise extends legal protection to PhilHealth personnel who serves the public in good faith. Although we have a legal sector, obviously we can also support our PhilHealth personnel. But another layer would surely also encourage our PhilHealth personnel, or ensure them that we are taking care of even their own safety and their own legal rights. Reinforcing the security they need to do so that they can do their work well. This commitment complement the reforms we are advancing with PhilHealth. For example, the Yaman ng Kalusugan or the YAKA program, where we are pivoting now to primary care, and that's why we're encouraging all members to enlist into their primary care provider, because you don't need to get sick now to avail of PhilHealth services. Maybe that's one area that we can also communicate to the IDP members na hindi ko naman nagagamit yung PhilHealth, bakit ako magbabayad ng premium? So ngayon po, kahit wala kayong sakit, pwede yung kayong makita, magawa ng cancer screening, magawa ng preemptive laboratory test, and making sure you are well so that it does not progress to more severe and more expensive diseases. So yan po yung ating focus ngayon. As we bring primary care closer to the communities, we must equally strengthen the safeguards, accountability, and member support that make a universal program worthy of the public's trust. So just like any program po, we are still experiencing some birth pains, but we need the help of the IBP. If there's also an assurance and also some chilling effect to potential providers that are not following the rules and the standards, then definitely we can work together in ensuring that the intent of the program is really accomplished. With the IBP as a governance partner, we are better positioned to uphold the transparency and responsible stewardship that sustains confidence in the program over the long term. Para din po sa atin yan, pag hindi po natin naayos, kawawa naman po tayo. We are aware of the work before us, particularly in improving claims processing, strengthening dispute mechanisms, and ensuring that every Filipino feels the full weight of the protection that PhilHealth provides. I always show po in my presentation that from previously, aram ni Atty. Panolong to na 40-60 days of payment. Ngayon po, naibaba na namin ng 20 days and we're tracking to pay within the next 15 days. No single institution can deliver the mandates of the Universal Healthcare Act alone, and partnerships like this reflect exactly that recognition. We look forward to translating this agreement into concrete programs and tangible benefits of the Filipinos we serve together. To the IBP President, President Panolong, and the entire Board of Governors, maraming salamat po sa pagpapaigting ng ating mga inisyatiba upang ihatid natin ang universal healthcare sa bansa. Sabi ko nga, malayo na pero malayo pa rin. But baby steps and small steps were in the right direction, and I think in due time we will accomplish universality. Together, we can help build a healthcare system that is not only accessible and affordable, but also fair, transparent, and trusted by the people it serves. Kami naman po sa PhilHealth ay maaasahan yung patuloy na bumubuo ng isang PhilHealth na mabilis, patas, at mapagkakatiwalaan. Sama-sama po nating iangat ang antas ng kalusugan ng ating bansa, and good luck and congratulations to both our institutions. Maraming salamat.
As part of the program, we will proceed to the formal signing of the memorandum of agreement. To please stand up and present the signed memorandum of agreement to our attendees. A round of applause, everyone, for PhilHealth and Integrated Quarantine. Governor for the Greater Manila Region of the Integrated Part of the Philippines, Attorney Mac Elena Go Francisco.
Good partnership between the IBP and PhilHealth. These institutions are very important in our national economy, in our national development, and for the benefit of all people in all walks of life. We both serve the undeserved population of our community, those who could not be reached because of poverty, because of lack of education, because of unfamiliarity with government and private procedures. We are open to all the members of our society in helping the marginalized, and even those who could afford medical service but still entitled to PhilHealth benefits. We are always ready to serve. Sabi nga natin, ang motto ng IBP, serve the country, heal the IBP, and we will always stand by that. I am also very happy to know that aside from this significant MOA signing, there is also a reunion among PhilHealth officials who are now present in this event. Our president has always been proud for his employment and work as a public servant in PhilHealth, which the office of which is in Cagayan de Oro City. Lahat po ng kanyang introduction and bio notes always carry his involvement in PhilHealth. Maalala ko po na yung ating signing today, parang blood compact yan. Pare-pareho po tayo na nagsiservisyo sa publiko, irrespective of the beliefs, creeds, race, basta po Pilipino, sinisilbihan po natin with all our hearts, lahat po ng ating makakaya ibinibigay natin. And without waiting for anything in return. Meron po tayong free legal assistance na binibigay. Hindi lang po yung legal aid caravan namin is not just limited to the poor communities. Meron din po kaming legal aid projects para po sa mga detained or persons deprived of liberty, or what we call in short as PDLs. We do this on a regular basis. Sa amin po, yung region ko, Greater Manila Region, which is the biggest region in the entire IDP community. Yung po aming mga legal aid, sinasamahan po natin ng medical mission. We see to it that we also deliver medical services through our partners who are in the medical field. And nagkaroon din po kami ng mga instances where we have cooperated and collaborated with the Department of Health for the provision and donation of various medicines and wheelchairs. Kasi po meron tayong mga jails na nandoon ang selda sa 3rd floor, ang clinic nasa ground floor. So, minabuti po namin na mag-request ng mga wheelchairs so that those who fall ill na PDL, madali po madadala sa clinic and be given immediate medical attention. So, with our partnership now, we end this program, but we begin our mission. Good morning po sa inyo lahat.
Yan po ang nilagdaan kahapon ng PhilHealth at ng IDP, ang isang 2 taon na Memorandum of Agreement o MOA na naglalayon palakasin ang proteksyon sa karapatan ng mga miyembro alinsunod sa Universal Healthcare o ng UHC program ng pamalaan. Sa pamamagitan ng kasunduan, mas mapapalapit sa publiko ang legal assistance upang matulungan ang mga miyembro na hirapan maghabol ng benepisyo o nakaranas ng kalituhan sa proseso ng claims at coverage. Ito'y tinutukoy po, pwede po ito ginawa ng PhilHealth. Ito ay para sa either sa kanilang empleyado o sa mga miyembro na humihingi ng tulong, at nandito na po ang IBP. Ayon kay IBP National President at Chairperson na si Attorney Alan Panolong, mahalaga ang naturang partnership upang matiyak na ang indigent o kapuspalat na miyembro ng PhilHealth ay makakaroon ng access hindi lamang sa serbisyong pangkalusugan kundi maging sa hustisya. Dagdag pa niya, tutulong ang mga volunteer lawyer ng IBP sa pagbibigay ng legal assistance. capacity building programs at kaalaman hinggil sa karapatan ng mga pasyente at miyembro ng PhilHealth. Sinabi naman ni PhilHealth President at Chief Executive Officer Dr. Edwin Mercado na magsisilbing mahalagang suporta ang legal assistance ng IBP sa mga reformang ipatutupad ngayon ng ahensya upang mapalakas ang accountability, transparency, at proteksyon sa kanilang mga miyembro. Binigyan din ni PCEO Dr. Mercado na habang inilalapit ng pamahalaan ang primary health care services sa mga komunidad, kailangan ding tiyakin na protektado ang publiko laban sa mga problema at pagkukulang sa sistema ng healthcare at insurance claims. Maaring makinabang sa libreng legal assistance ang mga senior citizens, persons with disabilities, o PWDs, migrant workers, asylum seekers, mga pamilya may kita na hindi lalampas sa doble ng minimum wage sa kanilang lugar. Ayon naman kay Attorney Roy Rey, maaari ring makakuha ng libreng serbisyo ang ibang miyembro kahit lumalagpas ang kanilang kita sa itinagdang limitasyon kung mapapatunayan walang silang sapat na kakayahan kumuha ng pribadong abogado. Bukod sa legal aid, magsasagawa rin ang PhilHealth at ang IBP ng information at education campaign upang mas mapalawak ang kaalaman ng publiko hinggil sa kanilang mga benepisyo at karapatan sa ilalim ng UHC Act o Republic Act number 11223. Kabilang din sa kanilang pagtutulungan ang pagsasanay at continuing legal education para sa PhilHealth lawyers, pagpapainting ng fraud prevention efforts, pagpapabuti ng dispute resolution mechanism, at pagpapabilis ng pagresolba sa mga reklamo at denied claims ng mga miyembro. Inaasahan makatutulong ang partnership upang mas maging mabilis, maayos at makatao ang serbisyo ng PhilHealth sa publiko. Ang UHC Act ay nilagdaan noong taong 2019 upang matiyak na lahat ng mga Filipino ay automatikong saklaw ng PhilHealth at may akses sa abot-kayang serbisyong pangkalusugan. Gayunpaman, marami pa rin miyembro ang nakakaranas ng problema sa claims processing, kakulangan ng impormasyon sa coverage, at hindi pagkakaunawaan sa pagitan ng ospital, healthcare, provider at PhilHealth. Noong 2025, umabot sa mahigit 300 billion pesos ang kabuang benepisyo na ibayad ng PhilHealth na malaking pagtaas kumpara sa mga nakalipas na taon. Nagpapakita ito na lumalaking pangangailangan ng publiko sa health insurance assistance. Sa kasalukuyan ay iniimbestigahan din ng PhilHealth ang mga naiulat ng discrepancy o hindi pagtutugma sa impormasyon ibinibigay sa mga pasyente hinggil sa kanilang coverage at sa mga claims na isinusumiti ng ilang healthcare providers. Yan po ang naging partnership na kahapon po ito nilagdaan kung saan nandun po ay yung Agaran Service Lady. At tayo nagkaroon din po ng press conference kung saan kami po mga media, kung saan ako po ay sa akin naman ay papakilala ko po, ako ang Agaran Service Lady na mula po sa Remate at sa DWBL. Yan ang lagi ko sinasabi bago, siyempre kailangan papakilala ka muna kung sino bago kami magtanong. So lagi ko sinasabi, pagka kailangan magpakilala muna, ako si Dr. Hilda Ong, mula po sa Remate at ng DWBL. Kaya po at meron po ako gagawin pa yung kaganapan kahapon, yung during naman po sa press conference. Kaya abangan po ninyo yan sa YouTube channel. Patuloy kayo ang nakasubaybay sa dito po sa ating programang Health and Travel at Serbisyo Publiko. Kasama po yung Agaran Serbisyo Lady, Hilda Ong, dito sa DWBL 1242, ang radyo ng Serbisyo Publiko, at sa mga Facebook at YouTube account. Ang oras sa buong kapuluan ng Pilipinas ay ganap ng 9:44 ng umaga, kautyam si Tamsihon Saki. Sa pagbabalik ng Health and Travel at Serbisyo Publiko, meron din po tayong iba pang balita na pwede ko i-share po sa inyo. Back to DWBL Studio.
Health and